I get started, I'd like to briefly explain my 7 energy point chakra spread. The cards on the left are the unconscious inner self. The card in the center is the heart. And the 3 cards on the right are the conscious foreself. The card on the bottom left is the base of your spine. It's a combination of many things, from past lives to tragic or cherished childhood memories up to the present. We're always culling and bringing new things into our lives and evolving. That's why I'm calling it sourcings and urgings instead of foundation. The second card up is your pelvic or sacrum. And this is awakening or arousing. This is where your spiritual awakening is, and growth of all kinds, and includes your sexual prowess. This can be a cosmic life breath. The cosmos has natural laws that live in harmony, but we don't always live in harmony with them. The top left-hand card is the solar plexus, or what I consider sensing and feeling. This is where you get those gut feelings about something when they're right or wrong. This is also a universal life force, contrary to a cosmic life breath. This is where chaos ensues in our lives. The center card is the heart of the matter, or the situation. We're always asking questions. Why did this happen, and what's going to happen next? The heart of the matter must connect with the unconscious and the conscious, so we can leave our shadow self in the dust. Another Jungian reality here. And maybe have more of an understanding of what's happening in our lives. The card on the bottom right is the throat, or what I consider communicating and teachings. It has to do with how we accept the rules of society and how we live our life. Are you living a conservative, orthodox life, or more of a new wave, do what you want kind of life? The second card up is the third eye, or seeing or envisioning. It's more of bringing things from a linear to a 3-dimensional perspective. The third eye is our pineal gland in the center of our brain that's activated by light. So this can also be considered enlightenment. The card on the top right is the crown, our knowing and understanding. You can have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot apply this knowledge wisely, it's not wisdom. In the past, I used to pull a hidden Rider-Waite card as I was doing the readings, but for logistic reasons, I'm going to be pulling all of the cards at once, and then putting these clarification cards alongside each of the main cards as I'm telling the story of the reading. The subtitles will direct you through this so you don't lose track of what's going on and where I'm at and what card I'm reading. And then on the left, I'll be putting a past card, and on the right, I'll be putting a future card. And then underneath, there'll be a Doreen Virtue Messages of the Angels card. And on with the readings. Hi there, Gemini. As I noted in my planetary activity for the month of April, 5 planets are retrograde, and this is causing quite a bit of discord, arguments, disagreements. And with Mercury going retrograde as well, there's going to be misunderstandings, and it appears each sign is finding different ways to stay under the radar but still be productive, and you found a very interesting way. Let me get into the reading. On the bottom left, the main card for the base of your spine is the 6 of Cups. It's a card of memories, a card of childhood memories. It could also mean somebody from your past will walk back into your life, with the clarification card being 3, and the 6 of Cups being 6. It could be a denominator of 3 or 6 weeks, days, months, but this would only happen for a few of you. In this instance, I'm feeling like it's not just a walk down memory lane, but it's more like you're taking away something that you learned from your childhood and you're making it into an idea, a vision, a plan. This plan is exploding into some kind of reality because the clarification card is the Three of Wands, which is the card of moving forward. Plans have been made. The wheels are turning around and your idea is turning into a reality. Now up in the sacrum or pelvic, for your awakening and arousing, receive the Hierophant. It's a card about solidarity in this instance. People of like-minded ideas are into some order of conformity, and you're rethinking this. You don't want to be a conformist. You want to branch out and be independent. And I'm saying that because the Six of Swords as a clarification card is a moving on card. Or let me say, in this instance, it's more like moving away. You don't want to be part of the crowd. You don't want to be a sheeple anymore. And it's time for you to move on to somewhere else. And what you're doing is you're seeking a new spiritual inner you. Now the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords are related. You're moving on and away with this new idea. Up above the Hierophant and the Six of Swords is the Five of Wands. You receive the Five of Wands twice. The conflict card. This is a skirmish of the meaning of life from the conflicts in your life, but here it's an inner struggle, a struggle in darkness. You want to rediscover something or discover something. It's a battle of cooperative change within yourself. And this is related to the Hierophant because the Hierophant is number 5, and you have 2 Five of Wands. It's also indicating the duality of you as a Gemini. You're yin and yang, both of you. Your shadow self and your good self, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing, both of them are struggling with this new idea of a spiritual revolution. A big change in the status quo of your feelings of society and yourself. Because this reaches to the outside world. Now here in the center card, for the heart of the matter, you receive the Hermit. This is indicating you're looking for a new spiritual you. You're looking for illumination, which means spiritual enlightenment in Latin. And the Hierophant, the word in Latin means to show or make known. And this is what you're striving for. The light in the lamp is the star of the seal of Solomon for enlightenment, and his staff is the guide for you. And then the clarification card is the Nine of Cups. Let's look at it again for the numbers. The Hermit is 9. And then you've got the Nine of Cups, the Wish card, the card of happiness. You're finding it's very fortuitous now that you're seeking some new spiritual you. And there's going to be some luck involved in it. On the bottom right, the main card for throat, for communicating and teachings, you receive the Empress. She unifies body, mind, and spirit into the material world. So it wants you to bring from your spiritual new inner self all of this into the material world. Her shield is emblematic of the planet Venus. This is also a reality of duality, because Venus is the morning star rising in the east, or the evening star setting in the west. And this symbolizes a duality of endings and new beginnings. She injects passion into your life, and she wants you to develop this passion to enjoy the process and the rewards. And usually when you're happy spiritually, you're happy physically too, and vice versa. She brings into the mind and tangible ideas of spirituality into the material world of conscious growth. She's not only about Venus, but she's about every sign in the zodiac. And the clarification card is temperance. It's telling you to temper yourself, but let's look at the number of temperance. It's the number 14. Now let's add 1 and 4 together and equals 5. So we go back up to the 5 of Wands, and she's saying, don't overdo the struggle inside yourself. Allow it to flow easily within yourself. Don't push it. Moderate yourself. Temper these ideas, and they'll explode into something more than you even could imagine. Now up in the third eye, for envisioning and seeing, we see the moon card. Normally I say, oh, secrets and deception, but here you're looking into the shadows now. You don't have any fear. You're not restraining yourself anymore. You're expanding yourself, even in the darkness. Light might fail to shine, but you're still being able to see a light, a small glimmer, and you want to explore. You want to know more about this. The moon is saying that you're soul searching. Both sides of yourself, your shadow self and your good self. There's an awareness of expectancy and hesitancy at the same time. You're living in a stillness that detects every subtle sound, and you're not just in the night, but you're part of it. It belongs to you now. And the clarification card is the Queen of Wands. The nurturing mother, but she's fire energy. The Queen of Wands to me she wants you to review your life from where you came from, and that's the Six of Cups, where you're going, which the Hierophant is the fulcrum of this right now, and where you want to go in the future, and what's going to make you happy, and what's the purpose of your life. And right now you think you're going to find this answer with a new spiritual awakening. Up above, the main card for the crown, for knowing and understanding, is the King of Cups. He's a mature man. He can soothe any hurt emotions and feelings. He's the king of emotions. But he can stay stoic while he's making decisions. But the main key here is that he's open-minded. And that's where you're at right now, too. And the clarification card is the Star. The star is a beacon. It's constant and unchanging. Tells us where we're at on the earth. It guides us in various directions to find locations. But the funny thing about mortals is we're constantly changing, whereas the heavens are not. The star rules Aquarius, and this is indicating this whole spread is about you. And the planet Uranus rules the star card. He's considered the great awakener, seeking universal truths. And right now for you, traditional ways are going out the door. Established patterns and structures are not pleasing to Uranus. Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. And you're throwing out emotions with the baby and the bathwater. And I'm saying this because the past card on the left is the Fool. And Mercury rules the Fool. And there's also a connection to Uranus, to the Fool. So this is saying, yeah, this is you. The Fool is spiritus. It's a life breath. It's a self-discovery card. And it's saying that you went on an intentional spiritual quest to discover yourself. This is so excellent. Now here the future card is the Nine of Swords. Everybody hates to see the Nine of Swords. It means anxious worry, negative things, but here it's a completion card. You're going over the finish line. And it's related to the Nine of Cups and the Nine of the Hermit. This is the two sides to the story, the mortal you, finding a reality, a spiritual reality. Now I pulled a clarification card Because I hate to leave the future card kind of negative, even though I don't think it is. And you receive the Sun card. It's saying a new day is dawning. You discovered the spiritual you, or as much as you can right now. But it's like the sun is not only shining on you, it's shining in you because you found more of the spiritual you. The Doreen Virtue card is mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. And it appears that it has, because you found a spiritual revolution within yourself. And I wish you peace, happiness, and acceptance.